Hi, I'm Molly Wood, and welcome to the Buzz Report, the show about the tech news that everyone is talking about. This week, it's white iPhones, Apple suing a phone company, again, and badass exoskeletons. But first, it's the Gadget of the Week. The Gadget of the Week is that elusive unicorn of the tech world, the white iPhone. Yeah, they say it's going to come out this time, like a year after it was announced. And we're not talking about it because it's going to have super mega cool new features or it will transform into a Decepticon or anything like that. It's just that if it comes out, we can stop talking about it. According to a tweet from an Apple senior VP, the white iPhone will arrive this spring. So either that gives Apple until about the middle of June, or we'll hear about them petitioning to extend spring into around November. And now for the news. Back to Apple, which continues to carpet bomb the tech world with lawsuits this week. They have filed a copyright and patent infringement lawsuit against Samsung over the Galaxy phones and tablets. I mean, it's not that surprising. Samsung does make Android products. We know how Apple feels about those. Also, the Galaxy S does look exactly like an iPhone 3GS. But here's what's weird. Samsung also makes a bunch of components for Apple. Yeah. No matter what happens, any company partner or holiday parties between those two are going to be awkward. Speaking of Apple, security researchers this week reported that the iPhone and 3G iPad have been secretly making a record of everywhere you go and when you go there, and then storing that data in an unencrypted file on all your devices. Haha. No one knows why. Apple at press time had not responded to questions about it, but basically anyone who gets your phone or accesses your computer, be it a jealous ex, your boss, or a private investigator, can now uncover an incredibly detailed record about all your whereabouts. So that's awesome. That's why I have an Android phone, because Google would never collect information about everything you do all the time and store it in a gigantic database that's destined to become self-aware and maybe even already has. Wait a second. More on that in a minute. In other news, Matchcom says it will now screen its members and check them against a national sex offender registry. This comes on the heels of a class action lawsuit filed against the company by two women who said they were sexually assaulted by men they met on Match.com. Now, on the surface, this seems like a good idea. Kind of surprised they weren't doing it sooner. On the other hand, if you use a fake name or a fake address, or you have the same name as someone on the sex offender registry list, hilarity will not ensue. Buyer beware. All right, now for some happy news. From the Science is Freaking Amazing department comes a story about a man who has been in a wheelchair for 20 years. But with the help of a kick-ass exoskeleton from Argo Medical Technologies, he was able to walk again and even go up and down stairs.
About a bicycle. First it's hard, and after that it's easy.
The ReWalk exoskeleton should be available by the end of this year. It costs $150 grand. The battery looks like a backpack, but it lasts for 8 hours. Man, it's nice to see technology helping people, isn't it? And for a look at technology casually enslaving people, let's see what's clogging the tubes this week. If you noticed your computer is acting a little squirrely lately, it might be Skynet. That's right. The evil sentient computer intelligence that dominates the world in the Terminator movies was scheduled to become self-aware Tuesday night at 8:11 p.m. It's not scheduled to attack until April 21st, so we might have a few hours left. It's actually got quite the ominous Twitter feed. But actually, we already survived the real self-awareness moment, considering that in Terminator 2, Skynet gained self-awareness on August 29th, 1997, and the new date comes from Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show. Come on, you guys. Know your nerd trivia. Or, but wait, maybe it's an alternate timeline. Pretty sneaky, Google. I mean, Skynet. And that's it for this week, everyone, and possibly forever. I'm Molly Wood, and thank you for watching.
I want to tell you about my daughter. First time he say me to stand, he tell me, "Father, you're tall."